I was the sort of kid who was just trying to figure out how a thing really works, right? Whether it's the refrigerator, I used to wonder how the light closes when you close the door. So I then discovered that there's a button which gets automatically. I liked creating content as a blogger on internet, and then I figured out I want to customize this, and then things started clicking for me, right? So there are a lot of things which do not click.
Hi everyone, welcome to Coding Ninjas. And today we have another guest who happens to be from BITS Goa as well. Honestly, we are not designing this. This just happening that we are getting amazing people from BITS Goa from the last few weeks who we are bringing onto the channel. So today we have Mehul with us. You might know his channel from the name of Codedamn. So let's just talk about Mehul's journey building Codedamn, as well as like when did he start his programming journey, what has his experience been at BITS Goa, and everything about that. Hi Mehul, welcome to Coding Ninjas.
Hi Ankush, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, pleasure is ours. So, Mehul, would love to first of all know, like, so it seems like you do a lot of content creation on Codedamn, and like you're sort of like it starts from like you're teaching a lot of hardcore tech content work as well, right? So just wanted to understand, like, when did you start your journey in programming? When did you sort of realize that this is something that you want to do? And yeah, so would love to know how did you start programming and what was the thought process?
Definitely. So for me, it was a very natural thing that I ended up coding. Why? Because when I was in class sixth, I got my first computer which had internet access. So I discovered internet for the first time when I was in class sixth. I figured out that people used to create content on a lot of different places on social media. They also used to write blogging. And back in 2012, 2013, when I was first trying to use internet, blogging was the hot thing, right? You would see a lot of people writing all the way. I mean, it's still one of the popular things, but back in that time, you would almost find everyone, if you're into softwares and if you're into tech a little bit, you'll see people writing content a lot. So that got me interested into creating a blog. How do I create my own personal space? I figured out some options, saw that blogger.com is one option, which allowed you to create a free blogspot blog. So in class 7th, I created one blog with my school friend, and we used to post those blog posts where you would just be able to download cracked softwares for free, like Photoshop and Windows and all those stuff. And we used to get visits from Google optimizing SEO. We used to spam it on social media as well, and it just seemed very interesting to see people all over the world, because we had analytics and stats set up, so we could see like where everyone is coming from. So seeing people getting 2 hits a day from US, getting 3 hits a day from Europe, that seemed very interesting. So for me, how it began is that this was the gateway for content creation for me on internet. But eventually what happened is that I wanted to customize a few aspects of site. I used to see other websites and saw that they have beautiful widgets. They have, let's say, if it's Christmas time, they have snow effect on their website. And I always used to wonder how to create that. If it is Diwali time, I remember that there used to be firecracker effects on websites. So just figuring out that led to uh, copying pasting a lot of random stuff on internet on your website, because you don't really understand code at the beginning. You're just copy pasting it. At least in my case, I did that with my blogs and websites. So I always wanted to understand what I'm copying pasting, right? So I figured out these technologies, the code which I'm copying pasting is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript mostly. So I figured out, I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube. I figured out what they do, how they work, read a lot of documentation on blog. And then I figured out that this is very powerful in the sense, because if you understand code, which is like one of the lowest level of customizations you can do, you can pretty much create anything out of thin air, right? If you know how to program, if you know how to work with your tools, you can create a lot of stuff. So when I was in class 8th, 9th, I remember I started not really a company, I won't really call it a company, but a very small project with a couple of my internet friends whom I discovered on social media. and we started selling blogger templates, right? We used to create templates for Blogger. So you can, as a user, you can purchase it from us, upload it on your blog, and you have all the nice UI and widgets and everything. And we will sell it to people, and we will also provide them support. So what we used to do is that we all three, four people will sit down over an internet call once a week, and we'll come up with a design, something we want to do, and create templates around that. And back in the day, I'm not sure how Blogger does it now, but back in the day, there used to be just a single file. You have to create an XML file with HTML, CSS, JavaScript you can include, and you just have to just define the whole layout in one single file, how the homepage would look like, how the widgets, what the widget area would be, how the visual post would look like. So this transition of creating content as a blogger to selling blogger templates actually got me very interested into, especially into web development, because now we can not only just see and interact with what we are coding, but we are also able to make money on the side by selling content and providing support. This again led to me freelancing a lot, because I saw that once we are able to sell and provide support, I saw that people need support with code, right? Not a lot of people want to code even. So signed up on Fiverr, discovered Fiverr as a freelancing website, and spent a lot of time there. I spent about 3, 4, 5 years freelancing actively on sites like Fiverr, got about 800, 900 plus orders there, and learned so much about web development and coding from other people's project, which really I think is the most under talked thing about how I learned to code. So I don't really mention it a lot of times, but when I do remember it, I really want to give this credit. The freelancing journey which I took plays a major part in how I
So
learned.
so from when to when was this? Like, when did you start? So you mentioned you started working with few internet friends. So when was that? Which class were you in? Like, when you started
It
selling?
was it was again it was something around eighth class, ninth, and freelancing was also on the similar part. So I started
Yeah.
class 8, class 9, then I continued it till my first year of college. Slowed it down a little bit in 11, 12 because of JE and everything, but still used to do it once
So
a
what's like, how does this happen, man? Like, for example, I used to play cricket all the time, and that's the only thing that used to do, like outside studies, right? Like, so like, how did you think that this is something that you can do or you want to do, right? Like, in while you are in eighth class, like, yeah, I have a niece right now. She's in eighth class, and right now I think she's more worried about, she's learning programming, but she's more worried about her grades or everything else that is going along with her school, right? So what was the thought process, and how did this start?
So I now I'm thinking about this. I think one of the reasons for this is that I used to stay at home a lot, right? So, like you said, you used to play cricket. I remember we switched homes when I was in class fifth or fourth. The memories faded now, but around that time we switched home, and I did not have any friends there, right? So it was a new location, and I I I was the sort of kid who was just trying to figure out how a thing really works, right? Whether it's the refrigerator, I used to wonder how the light closes when you close the door. So I then discovered that there's a button which gets automatically pressed. So I was always curious in the sense how things are really working. So I think that is one factor which I believe played a major role how this figured out, because number one, I would not really have figured it out if it did not seem interesting to me. So that's one thing. One thing led to another, in the sense that I liked creating content as a blogger on internet, and then I figured out I want to customize this, and then things started clicking for me, right? So there are a lot of things which do not click to me as such. Graphic designing, for example, I can understand Photoshop, I can understand Illustrator, but I don't really want to work with that. That's not my interest. But code and creating web pages really clicked to me at that time. So that's why I wanted to continue working with that, and that's how the path was formed.
Right. So would love to. So for example, at your time, you said that blogger and like writing HTML, CSS, like in seventh, eighth, you figure out that this is something that you could do, and you could basically make some money from that. Any sort of advice to like people who are currently in school, like what could they do? I doubt they'll be able to like sell HTML, CSS templates right now to basically make money? Like, what do you think they could potentially do to do freelancing and like get into this? So personally, I think this is extremely, extremely valuable. Like, if you can actually sell something at that age, that automatically means that you have sort of like you get to know, you get to learn a lot, right? Like, because now you have a customer, you have to support that person, you have to make sure that the quality is good, like you have to manage that money. So the amount of learning you will have will be crazy. So like, what would you recommend to, I don't want to talk to like college students right now. I want to talk about like, what does a seventh or eighth grader does? What do you think potentially they could do right now?
I think a very important thing here is to really emphasize on the fact that I really liked what I was doing. So I wouldn't really want a seventh or eighth grader to do freelancing because they want money. In fact, even when I was freelancing, the way I was able to take up so many projects early on is because I would massively underprice my services compared to
Mm-hmm.
market, right? So if somebody wants to get a website built, they would get offers from all the way to 500, 800 US dollars, and I was offering like $10, $20, just because I wanted to take
Yeah.
up that project and learn. I mean, I did a lot of bad jobs as well. It was not like I was just doing all the good stuff on the freelancing front. I actually got my first order cancelled, I remember, from Fiverr. And it was a very simple project in the sense I still remember the first order that I had to create an anchor tag which when clicked expanded some content, and that's it. I needed to do that with JavaScript and I did not know how to do that. So I got that order cancelled. So it happens, but that order and a lot of other orders led me to learn a lot of things which I would not have learned on my own otherwise. So my advice, coming to your question, to a class 6th, 7th grader, is to actually try stuff. I mean, if you're free, if you're, you can play games and you can do all that stuff. But if you're into tech, if you're into games, if you're even into coding, try to do as much as you can and figure out a few things which click with you. For some people, they like games so much that they actually become game developers. I have a
Yeah.
couple of friends who like games so much that they now learn Unity and they now try to learn all these frameworks, Unreal, and I'm not really into gaming,
Yeah.
but they try to build those stuff. So the best way to figure out what you like is to try a lot of things and then see which one clicks with you, and you will know which things click with you because it will not feel like work when you're doing it.
Right. 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 Perfect. So seems like you started doing all of this. Like, then where does this YouTube channel comes in, right? Like, so you were sort of doing all of this, and when did you start your YouTube channel? What was the thought process? Like, would love to know that.
So I mentioned it a lot of places. I'm a big fan of the new Boston. He's like the OG YouTuber of developers. I mean, he started way back than YouTube for developers was cool, and YouTube was a populated places. And I used to follow so much of his content. I used to learn a lot of web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. I used to watch his playlist on binge, right? Because I really liked the way he taught. I really liked the way he explained stuff.
Yeah.
So when I was in class 10th, I, not only just his YouTube channel, I used to learn from blogs and documentations and everything. So I figured out that, hey, I really like how this guy teaches people, and he's creating so much content for a lot of things he know. I was at a point where I felt, I mean, now I take a look back and see that I did not know anything at all at that point. I felt I knew a lot of things, so maybe I can start creating content, which not only will help me, quantify my knowledge in the sense that, hey, I know this, but might also help people in one way or another. So it started because I thought that I can help people, and number two, I can give them a different perspective depending on see how from all the sources I've learned, MDN docs, YouTube channels, other people's blogs, my experience. So I just created Codedamn out of the name. I did not really spend a lot of time thinking about Codedamn. I think I was just one day I just wake up and thought, yeah, I would just name it Codedamn. Actually, I named the channel. I think I named it Learn Codex. I don't remember it, but Codedamn was not the original name because
Okay.
when I still I still receive emails from YouTube that this guy commented on your YouTube channel, and the email which YouTube sends to is the name of the original channel. So Learn Codex or something. It's like that, or Learning with Mehul. I don't remember the original name, but I renamed it after a couple of days. So it started primarily because, like I said, I wanted to give a different perspective of learning to code to my audience, and also as an keeping it as an archive of things I already know.
Okay. Okay. And this is something that you did in 10th, right?
After 10th boards, yeah.
Yeah, 10th boards. Okay. So, and how was doing all of this YouTube channel along with your JEE prep, right? Like, for example, I remember my JEE prep, and what I used to do is study for 12, 13 hours a day and like just do physics, chemistry, math, and not do anything else, right? That's the way I did my JEE prep. Like, so how did this work with your JEE prep?
Yeah, I mean, it worked pretty good because, like, typical Indian parents, my parents also told me that work for 2 years and then, you will have your life ahead to enjoy. But I, back in my mind knew that this was not true, and, the hustle would continue. So I wanted to have something to stick on those 2 years. Now, it was not really completely planned out how it would happen, but I wanted to stay in touch with development. And when I was entering class 11, got into coaching classes, and I figured out, I would not get time to learn a lot of stuff on my own. One way YouTube put me on track is that, because what I would do is that I would say that this is actually something I've not really mentioned, but what I would do is that, let's say I want to learn more about Angular. I know about AngularJS, but I want to learn more about that. So I create first 3 videos of a playlist, AngularJS basics and AngularJS tutorials or whatever it is, and I'll publish them. I'll publish them on the website, on YouTube, and whatever small following I have, they will probably comment, this is good, we like it, and waiting for the next one. And now I'm actually under pressure because I have to learn it myself and then create content. So that was one trick I used to do, so that I am also on the track. And other than that, it provided as a sort of something which I can come back to after hours of study and hours of schooling, and then going to coaching classes, and then coming back home and revising. And I needed some time to just recharge. So tech was my recharge source, learning to code and figuring out how things work. That was what I used to do, from 10 to 2, 10 to not really 2, but a couple of hours a day.
Okay. And how did you, so you mentioned Angular, right? Like, so when did you move away from HTML, CSS and get into these frameworks like Angular, Node? Like, when did you start doing all of that?
So I would say it's because the way my journey is, it's so spread out from class 7th, 6th, 7th to even till now. Everything is a smooth transition. It's not like, one day I would just wake up and start doing Angular, because I did not have any time limits or time constraints, which college students and people usually have. When you're starting off at 6th class, you have a lot of time on your hand to experiment and try a lot of stuff. So I've tried so many different technologies. I mean, I'm not really into just web development. I've tried VB.NET for creating desktop applications. I remember I created a YouTube downloader inside a GUI VB.NET application. And if you go back and stalk my Facebook, you would see all of these cringe things which I have shared with my friends. And a lot of my internet friends have, I'm still connected with a few of them. So about transition, it's so smooth that I don't even remember. Like, I used to work with Blogger templates, then I shifted to WordPress, tried out PHP for a very long time, tried out MySQL databases, and it's all happening when I was in class 8, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. So yeah, I don't have a concrete answer on this, but everything happened in this 4-5 year of time.
Sure. And how important has your BITS Goa journey been to your journey so far? So, for example, let's imagine 2 scenarios when you did not actually go for an engineering degree at all, right? Like, and you were just doing whatever you were doing and like continue that full time. Like, how has BITS Goa contributed to your journey so far?
So, I mean, I used to have fun in school with friends, but making fun full time was what happened in BITS Goa. So I did everything in Goa, BITS Goa, except for acads, and that was my contract with my parents also. That I would work hard for 2 years, get in a good college, and then we'll not really talk about acads anymore, right? So in Goa, I made a lot of friends. I actually enjoyed a lot of my time. I also worked on the side because once you get into that mode of working and just making sure you're progressing every week, every month, you cannot just sit back and just enjoy all the time. But yeah, I made a lot of good friends. I had a lot of fun in college, and that's what I also recommend a lot of people to have, because a lot of times what happens is that you're so focused on goals and everything that you might miss the time when everyone is around you is enjoying. So
Yeah.
my college days, Goa in terms of journey, I would say helped in the sense because obviously it gives you credibility. So it unlocks a few doors. But other than that, I mostly use my college and spent a lot of time with my friends and enjoyed the time there. Apart
Okay.
from,
Okay.
I did not really work a lot on acads.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So when did you get serious about Codedamn? Like when did you like sort of became a little more regular? Like was this during 11th, 12th, or like once you got into college?
So in terms of YouTube channel, I was never really serious in the sense I want to create a business out of it until I was in third year.
Okay.
I just considered YouTube as one of the ways I interact with people and interact my audience with. But yeah, in terms of getting serious, it was more on the more inclined towards the decision which I had to make when I was in class year third year. I understood that I have to make a call whether I want to take up a job or whether I want to not take a job and then continue Codedamn full time.
Right.
And you know in India, at least, you cannot really just not take up a job and do YouTubing full time, right? So that was one motivation, and another one was I always wanted to explore the business and entrepreneurship side of stuff as well. So I wanted to figure out how I can grow Codedamn not only just into a bigger YouTube channel, but also into
Right.
a platform which then can enable a lot of different use cases for people and for my personal own opportunities and growing it as a business. So I would say I got serious around platform and building community and building a YouTube channel, which is actually good in terms of content quality and everything around third year. So last year, more or less.
Okay. 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 Amazing, man. Amazing. Sounds great, and sounds like an amazing journey. Like I would love to have people figure out what they want to do. Like I keep telling people, please figure it out while you're in college. It seems like you had it all, at least some sort of you had clarity. This is what I want to do, right? Like so, even earlier than college. I'm sure that's like a really really unfair advantage that you had. Not a lot of people actually have that advantage, like the clarity, right? So, for example, personally, me, like I used uh, like I created my first email ID when I went to college, right? Like my first and second internet usage was checking my board exam result and JEE result, and then the third usage was actually when I reached college. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally believe in the sense that I had a lot of time advantage in the sense I don't really consider myself the brightest among my friend circle or somebody who can build a great YouTube channel. All these guys which you have interviewed before, Harish, Ishan, these are probably 10 times better than me. They would have been 10 times better than me if they had started the same things in class 6. So the only advantage which I consider myself to have is I started early. That's
Yeah.
that's that's the only thing I consider.
I think you're being very humble because when I talk to Ishan and Harish, uh, like I haven't heard like people like saying so good things about their seniors. I think Harish specifically mentioned you and like he literally used the word God. That Mehul is like God in content creation. This is how I got inspired. This is how I want to start. This is why I started. So absolutely. I mean, like you're being very humble when you say that you only had the time advantage. I'm sure like having the patience and having like perseverance, right? Like to sort of continue on the journey and keep doing this. I think that's really underrated at a lot of places. Would really like to appreciate you for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Perfect, man. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed talking to you. Would love to stay in touch. Would love to know a little more about like what you are doing at Codedamn. Like, would love to see. Would love to share what we are doing at Coding Ninjas as well, right? Like, so yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Really nice talking to you, and thank you so much for coming to Coding Ninjas. Yeah.
Thank you.